Arjun Erigaisi. So for those people on 6.5, I'm sorry, you have to win regardless of what color you've been dealt. And you also need the results to go in your favor in terms of those players on 7. And for Blue Baum, if he draws, I think because of his tiebreak, he has a very, very good chance of still qualifying with a draw. So it's in his interest to keep it solid, but it's in the interest of these two gentlemen to actually win.
Unsolid.
Yeah, exactly. We need fighting, dynamic chess. But I tell you, who is going to be the most uncomfortable? Vincent Keymer. Yesterday, Vincent Keymer, tough night. Thinking, how could he have spoiled such a winning position?
That is, yeah.
Would he have
hard
recovered?
to get over it, right? Especially you wouldn't expect it from Vincent, who was like throughout the tournament, he was very methodical, winning those end games left and right. Yeah, playing long games, being very technical, and yet he blundered
Just
in a absolutely winning position.
Yep. Well, it was a blind spot, but Vincent, well, he has to begin all over again because now he's in a must-win situation, facing off the mighty Arjun Erigaisi. Yeah, so you mentioned, Miro, that throughout this event he's been very methodical, winning the long games, winning those end games. Let's actually have a look at how he got himself to the... I mean, he said in the studio that he felt like he was playing reasonably okay. He'd had some bad positions. He was lucky to survive a draw against the young 14-year-old Edomush, and his loss to Marc-Andrea Maurizzi came again from a big mistake. But now the task in front of him is simple: defeat Arjun Erigaisi. And for Arjun Erigaisi, he still has that outside chance of qualifying to the candidates because of his superior tie breaks. So he also needs to win, and he's gone for, a very interesting approach with A3.
That was... So Erigaisi played the Petrosian system against Vincent's Queen's Indian. And then after bishop b7, knight to c3, your most popular move is d5. So three kind of conventional moves would be d5, which was the very main line. Then you could go g6, opt for double fianchetto, and there was, I believe, played by Romanishin, and like from the 70s, a knight e4 move. And then Vincent does something, so d7, d6. So I guess just a system to develop your pieces. So basically Alright, so there is this game. There is FIDE. Where was FIDE? I'll just check all the games in top 20 that are in progress, which are not too many.
FIDE is board 10.
Board 10, Yakuboyev is FIDE, and been a intriguing endgame, night endgame, where computer was suggesting that after f5, white was winning. King d6 happened, and now apparently the move to win, and don't ask me why, was to go to c5 with the knight. And now after 91, the game is back to being draw because black can play knight e5. Okay.
Oh, we have a result.
We have a result, and it's a draw. I imagine it can't be anything. Yeah, the game could not possibly finish that quickly, right? And it was a draw for Vincent. It was a draw for Vincent Keymer and Arjun Erigaisi.
Yeah, and Vincent with some smiles, but what a fight it was on the chessboard. The players came into the round knowing exactly what they had to do. They had to give it their all, and that's exactly what they did. They delivered with excitement, with fireworks, and creating such a crazy, chaotic position. But in the end, it wasn't enough. And as the game fizzled out into a draw, it is Matthias Bluebaum with his superior tiebreak that grabs that candidate spot. And
wait, Yovi, it's Anish Giri who wins Grand Swiss 2025, wins alone. No tie breaks, no prize sharing, nothing.
Nothing. And with that result, as Mirrorman glory for Anish Giri. He is the champion of the FIDE Grand Swiss here in Samarkand, and alongside Matthias Bluebaum, they march on to the candidates.
Right. Well, so obviously, yeah, players are not happy with this result, you can tell. None of them. So typically, the game ends and you have somebody who is happier than the other person, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
Of course, obviously in a situation where you win, but even in a draw, somebody is happier than the other. Here, not a single of them. None of them is happy with this
But
result.
the players still managed to raise a smile. But for Vincent, this ending is a